Hi, it's Bill calling for Straight Circle Martial Arts. Today I'm going to teach you how to escape joint locks. When you escape joint locks, what you have to keep in mind are a couple things. Number one, you want to catch it early in the motion. Right? I don't care how good you are. Once it's cranked to a certain point, you're going to have to sacrifice something to get out. So if I'm holding him like this and I start to put this on and he starts to move and escape, see, he has somewhere he can go. Anything he moves early prevents that joint lock. The tighter and deeper I get it, the less chance he has to get away from me. It's like anything else. If you watch like sport wrestling or judo or jiu-jitsu, even the best of the best, once that lock is on them, sometimes they just got to tap. It is what it is. But what I want to teach you how to do is get out of this early. If he grabs me, ideally what the battle plan is I want to maintain freedom of movement in my body. If he grabs me and I tense up, what happens is I've locked myself in place and it gives him a good support to grab onto. When he grabs me like this, the first thing I want to understand is, where am I free? Is my shoulders free? Are my elbows free? Are my feet free? You want to find movement and freedom right away, because ideally what he's trying to do is prevent all these things from escaping. If you grab a joint lock right, what you're trying to do is prevent all this escape. You're trying to work into it so it locks the whole body and he doesn't get a chance to escape. Well, this is just the opposite. If he grabs me, my first instinct is to find freedom. So see how I start moving my elbows or my shoulders and I move my feet, because it doesn't give him something to support. If I tense, he's got all the support he wants. Now, granted, I understand it's hard to put a joint lock on someone who's really tense, but it also tenses you and you can't move. So when he's trying to grab me or twist, say he's trying to go like this, right? So he's going like this. If I'm tense at this point and he has me, it's going to take me. But if I can feel how to escape from freedom of motion, if he's taking me that way, ideally right away I want to start moving out of that position, because I know that this is what's going to make the throw or the lock happen, because that's the structure, right? That's where I'm tight and he has good support. So if he grabs me another way, instantly, do you see how I'm always moving? What you got to learn to do is relax. When you feel anything grab onto you, you have to learn how to relax and start moving the joints around it. Now, what I mean by that is, say he grabs me, right? And he's putting pressure towards me. When I move, I don't want to resist and put pressure towards him. That's a loss for me, especially if he's bigger. The hard part about this is trying to find those angles where he's not strong. So I recommend you do this slow. What I want to start doing is I want to start feeling how I can move the body, how I can escape these and not go into his strength where I'm fighting with him and we're resisting. So ideally, I want to find all these nice spots where I can move. Later down the road, if you're really good with it, what you're trying to do is use that to set up your work, right? So if you feel his grab come on, you're instantly into it. You can start working right away. So when he grabs, you should check yourself, right? First, don't let him, when you're first learning this, don't start cranking it, because you won't learn that way. What I would recommend you do is you just have him grab you, and then you start to relax and feel, where can I move my feet? Where can I move my shoulders? Where can I move my elbows? After you get better with that, you can start having him crank on it a little bit. And you can start moving and seeing where this stuff works. So as he grabs, I want to slowly start working with this all the time, right? Work into his tension and whatever. Down the road, when I'm feeding him, if he picks up like this, you also want to start adding tension to it, like this, to try and scare him a little bit, so that he has to learn to relax even through that tension. Because a lot of times what happens is, if he grabs me really hard, I'll tense out of instinct like this, and I'm stuck too. What you have to learn is this. You have to learn that every time he grabs me, right away, I have to be relaxed enough to where it doesn't really affect me. Your greatest enemy is you. If you tense and flex and fight and resist, it just gives them something to hold on to. Ideally, you always try and find circles. You try and find freedom of movement in the body, and you try to find angles that he doesn't have pressure on. If you can do that, you'll have much better luck escaping.